Crimes against personal liberty and security. Article 267, Kidnapping and serious illegal detention. Number 1, offender. EI. Number 2, act of offender. Kidnaps or detains another or in any other manner, deprive later or his liberty. Number 3, act of detention of kidnapping illegal. Number 4, constitute circumstances. Number letter A, kidnapping or detention more than a days, or B, simulating public authority, or C, CPI, threats to kill, or letter D, victim minor except when accused is any of parents, female, or public officers. Illegal detention, arbitrary detention, committed by private individual, public officer, manner commission. Number 1, unlawfully kidnap. Number 2, detains. Number 3, deprive person of liberty. Detains person without legal ground. Name of crime, against personnel, liberty and security, against fundamental of law, or BIT. Article 268, slight illegal detention. Offender PI. Number 2, act of offender kidnap or detain another or in any other manner deprives him of his liberty. Kidnapping of detention illegal. Number 4, without attendance of any of circumstances enumerated in Article 267. Article 269, unlawful arrest. Number 1, offender arrest or detained another person. Number 2, purpose of offender to deliver him to proper authorities. Article 272, slavery. Number 1, offender purchase, sells, kidnaps, or detains human being. Number 2, purpose of offender to slave such human being. Slavery and kidnapping or illegal detention distinguished. Number 1, slavery purpose is to victim. Number 2, kidnapping or illegal detention, any purpose. Qualified trespass to dwelling. Number 1, offender PP. Number 2, act of offender enters dwelling of another. Number 3, entrance against letters will. Examples: entrance purpose, prevention some serious harm to himself, occupants of dwelling, or third person. Number 2, purpose, to render some service to humanity or justice. Number 3, place, cafe, tavern, inn, and other public houses while same are still open. Article 281, other forms of trespass. Number 1, offender enters club premises or third establishment of another. Number 2, entrance while either of them is uninhabited. Article 282, grave threats by treating another with inflictions upon his person, honor, or property of that his family, or any wrong amounting of crimes and demanding money, or imposing any other condition though not unlawful, and the offender detained his purpose. Grave threats. Article 282, by making such threat without the offender attaining his purpose. Number 3, by treating another with the infliction upon his person, honor, or property, or that of his family, of any wrong amounting to a crime, the threat not being subject to a condition. Number 1, threat to commit crime. Victim, family, person, property. Demand money, addition, C, attained purpose. Crave, sir, coin. By preventing another by means of resistance, threats, or intimidation to do something against his will, whether it be right or wrong. Elements that a person prevent another from doing something not prohibited by law, or that he compelled him to do anything, something he will be it right or wrong. Shall the prevention or submission be suspected by violence, or 3. That the person to restrain to will that liberty of another had not the authority of law, the right to do, or in other words, that the restraint shall not be made authority of law in the exercise of lawful right. Sir Sean, distinguished from illegal detention. Illegal detention requires actual confinement or restraint of the person. Light Sertions, Article 287, Number 1, the offender must be a creditor. Number 2, that he seize anything belonging to the debtor. Number 3, that the seizure of things be accomplished by means of violence or a display of material force producing intimidation. Other similar assertion, Article 288, by forcing, compiling, directing, or indirecting, or knowingly parenting the forcing of completing of the offender to purchase merchandise or commodities of any kind. A. That the offender is a person against or officer or of any association of a corporation. B. That he or such firm of expression has employed or employees. C. That the process or directly or indirectly of knowing permits to be forced or completed any of his or its or employee or purchase merchandise or commodities of any kind from the him or from said firm or corporation. Number 2, by paying wage due his laborer or employee by means of tokens or objects other than the illegal tender currency of the Philippines, since unless unexpressly requested by such laborer or employee. Others article under crimes against personal liberty and security, Article 270, kidnapping and failure to in return a minor, Article 271, introducing a minor to abandon his home, Article 273, explanation of child labor, Article 274, service compulsion in payment of debt, Number 5, Article 275, abandoned of person in danger and abandoned of one's own victim. Article 276, abandoned the minor. Article 277, abandoned of minor person entitled with his custody and deference of parents. Article 278, explosion of minors. Article 279, additional penalties for the other offenses. Other article when vendor crimes against personal liberty and security. Number 9, Article 284, bond for good behavior. Article 289, permissions, maintains, and provision of arbitration of capital or labor through violence or threats. Article 290, discovering secrets doses sure of correspondence. Article 291, revealing secrets with abuse of office. Article 292, revelation of industrial secrets.